Welcome back to the Gemini channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Gemini. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So we do look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play out as karmic themes, help you understand why everything's playing out the way that it is, right? Very important when we're connected to someone that keeps us ruminating on what they did, why they did it, and how it hurt us, and how they couldn't see, what they were doing, right? I mean, like our brain begins to look for answers when we are connected to someone that we don't trust. And karmic relationships have a bad way of, teaching us spiritual lessons that were based on trust. So understanding why things happen the way that they do allows you to see things from a less personal perspective, and that takes that emotional trigger out of the equation. Then you're able to see things from a spiritual perspective. And that allows you to see how you contributed to the imbalances within the situation and what you need to do to shape shift the energy. If there's many different realities that play out at one time, then you're able to create a new reality. When we're connected to a karmic, we're stuck in a perception. We're stuck in a reality that, again, usually isn't what makes us feel good. It's not one that brings out our better qualities. And so karmic relationships are all about healing. And when we say healing, well, healing what? Healing the perception that there's a separation between you and your creator. You being connected to your creator means that you have the spiritual sovereignty to be able to utilize your power to create the life and the life experiences that you want to have. So you have to see, why would you be stuck in like a limitless, potential? You wouldn't consciously do that. So being that you're the alchemist of your life, I like to do the readings that tell you everything. We always want to see what that person feels, what they're going to do, what they did do. But most of all, we want to know like how to heal so that we don't have to stay stuck in an energy that's a low vibration. And sometimes it's intentional and sometimes it's not. That's the whole thing. Sometimes being connected to a person triggers us and whatever wound we have, and they didn't even mean to do it. But again, it all comes back to where we need to heal. All right, so let's see what the underlining energy is. It's always on the first two cards that I pull out. Is the underlining energy that tells us why everyone's doing what they're doing. Now, also before I get started, anything of any importance or relevance to the channel you can find in the description box. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you resonate with the video, and also know, for those of you that signed up for the shadow healing coaching, it's going to begin on Wednesday. Tomorrow's your day, and it's the first class is going to be at 4:30. So if you signed up to be part of that coaching program, or if you want shadow healing coaching, I offer an inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, and all the healing modalities to help you heal the effects of trauma in a group where it's really healing, it's interactive. Actually, once the group like actually formulates on this channel, we only have a few people, but on my other channels it's doing very well. So again, if you're someone that needs healing, this is a great resource. It's for $7.99. You can't beat it. Where you're interactive and you're getting the help that needs to help you stay clean. Staying spiritually clean allows you to see things from the right perception, not through the filter of your wound, where your habits and your behaviorisms are going to come out that are going to sabotage whatever it is that you want to create. Because a lot of times it's those habits and behaviorisms that were formed in a place of trauma. That's what's blocking us, the way that we think, the way that we react. It's all of it. So that's why, again, I like to do the readings like this. The underlying energy is inferiority. I'm going to pull another one. Disappointment. Well, I feel like this person like is seeing you for who you truly are now. And it's like, you didn't run after them. You didn't try to manipulate the situation. This person like is used to hanging out with low vibe people. And low vibe people, it's all about the drama. It's all about the chase. It's all about the lust. It's all about, and that's not what happened here. That like you didn't chase this person. If anything, you see them as a disappointment. And because you see them as a disappointment, they know it and they feel inferior to you because they see you're not just someone that says, I demand people to give me. That's not what it is. It's that you hold yourself to a certain standard. And so in that, you depict that you're a good friend. You depict within your character that you're an honest person, that you're a good person. And so, because you hold yourself to that standard, you're not going to let somebody in your life that doesn't honor you. And first of all, they don't hold themselves to a standard. So they don't really know how to honor you. That's why this person feels inferior because they thought that you were someone else. And that happens when the person wasn't giving you any energy. There was always a magical connection to this, like fantasy, almost like too good to be true. Like I know that you're my person, but almost like I don't know what to do with it. And so this person was deluded. They were deluded because they thought that the past life connection was going to be enough to like make this relationship work. Meaning, like, we've always had a connection. It was always fantasy. I always knew I was supposed to wind up with you, but, and be with you, but I didn't give the time. Instead, I was negative. I kept the relationship in a place of imbalance the whole time. I'm really fearful of relationships to the point that now I doubt quite highly that you're going to take me back. And this person is sorry. They are sad because, again, they did it to themselves. So the reoccurring karmic pattern for this person is shame because they're the person that sabotaged this connection. But does that mean that they don't care? No, like it means that they were caught up in a perception that wasn't the reality. Just because you have a connection to someone doesn't mean that, you're going to drop everything and chase after them and fight for this connection where in a way that's what they perceived because that's what they've known before. That's what they've done. This person has always strategized to get what they want. It didn't work with you. They again could feel that the chemistry could have been off the charts. And maybe it again is off the charts. That there was love here. So they knew how much you cared. And they knew how much you care because you can't have that type of chemistry unless you care, both parties cared. So that's really what it was. But this person betrayed you. And now they're sitting in a place of saying, I can't stand the thought of you being with someone else, and that they're saying that they'll come back for you now. Now, they almost are going to say that this is a twin flame journey, but, you know, they don't really know whether you're going to give them a second chance. They don't know. They just see that they were in a bunch of their unhealthy habits and behaviorisms when they had met you. And that's why, again, they're living the energy of shame. They didn't treat you the way that they should. They weren't grounded in the situation. And part of them is, again, the unhealthy habits are addictions, well, that are triggered from the inner child. So this person expected you to conform when meanwhile they have a lot of burdens from their past connections. So if you're going to be with them, it puts you in a place of disempowerment. No one's volunteering for that. So this person is always in a place of trying to manipulate and trying to get you know, what they really are not deserving of. And so they just are full of jealousy because here it is, you're not going to act like the martyr. They never ask for forgiveness and they don't want the rejection. And what they're seeing is that at one time again they were able to dominate through again the passion through that connection, but the betrayal was so bad that now you're like, I don't want to enter into a karmic contract. You're seeing exactly what it is because what you're seeing is that karmic contract binds you to old trauma. And so this person played so many games and toyed with you for so long that you're like, I don't even want this. I don't even want this. They want to be with you, but they want to be with you because they don't want to feel this trauma. They avoided you because they didn't want to deal with the judgment. What feels comfortable to this person is really a karmic contracts because karmic contracts are ones where emotionally they don't really show up. That's all that they know. So unless you're fighting for your spot and, proving yourself to this person, understand if you're doing all that, they're not doing that for you. You're doing that for them, like they're the prize. And that keeps you in a low vibration. They thought because, hey, there's a lot of chemistry here, there's a lot of passion. Hey, when there's been passion before, it was based on lust with other people, and those other karmic people would sacrifice themselves, would settle for nothing, would allow this person to, play games, and they would fight for their place. This is not that. They confused you to be part of, like, again, what they're used to, where you weren't. This is a divine connection. They're seeing that it's a divine connection. They didn't treat you like it's a divine connection. And now you're like, I don't have feelings because this person wasted a lot of time. So in that, the passion just left. You don't have those feelings for this person anymore because they played a lot of games. You got tired of having to look beyond the romance to discern whether this person has true intentions or not. It's like what you saw half the time is they didn't. They wanted to keep it on the surface. They wanted to create the illusion that this was their twin flame like this, that you were their person, but you weren't getting anything the entire time. The relationship is turbulent. So you're fighting about the relationship, trying to make a relationship work, and understand this person doesn't want to do it. They have too many issues to deal with, and that's what you're also seeing. You have too many issues to deal with, and this person doesn't want to have the difficult conversations that they would actually need to make the relationship work, which is why the relationship is turbulent. They just didn't want to miss their chance. However, they have too many love blocks. And the thing is that you're not caring. You disconnected. It's like it took them too long to figure it out. And so now this person is angry because, hey, they couldn't go beyond the superficial. Again, they like to cover up their own wounds. They have their own blockages. They were again hoping that you would have clouded vision and that you would again perceive that this was a divine union and that they really wanted to be healed. They didn't want to be healed. It's like, and you knew that because again, they had always had this, a desire to be free, that they're so unstable and impulsive due to their addictions and other things that this person only knows how to get swept away in the romance and like to really only have a fling. They'll say it's a divine union, but they won't treat you as such. They don't really know how to do that. And the thing is, for you, you just said, oh, well, I'm going to stay in like the energy of my trauma. Like, it's like, no. It's like where you continually don't give anything and you want me to chase after you and you want me to lower my standards and you want me to, because you think that I'm going to get so caught up in thinking that this is a twin flame soulmate connection that I sacrifice myself. There's a fine line between love and hate. It's like the whole time this person, you just felt it. You have went through it so many times Like you just had, like you can't see this person as any different. You had enough of their abuse and their abuse of being unfair, and you actually think that they're a little disturbed because again, there's a part of this person that's distorted. It's they have two sets of rules. And that's really what it is. It's like to be with them, you got to be feel like you're undervalued, and you're just living an illusion that there's a relationship when meanwhile it's not. It's held together by trauma. And that's what you saw. You're like, no, I don't want this. And that's why this person is a little pissed off because they're in that energy. So again, for you to be connected to them through a trauma bond is what they wanted. It's like, and what they're seeing is, hey, that you're not going to do that, and if anything, your life is going to be better. And you better believe that's what pisses them off. That's why they're angry. Because again, they don't have deep connections. They would never give you what you needed, is what you know. Now, will they say that they will? Yeah, this person will say that they're going to come back. They act like they don't care when deep down they do. They're making better changes. They're battling inner demons. Like this person like has a lot to like cover up. Your light exposes their demons. The fact that you didn't get caught up and the fact that they have to look at themselves because you didn't get caught up. They needed you to get caught up so that then it could be all about you. It's like that's not what happened. It's like they just again, you weren't going to stay connected to someone that just makes it so difficult that there's so much unresolved conflicts and problems that everything's going to be a trigger. The relationship would just be turbulent all the time. And that's really what a karmic contract is. It's very codependent. You're in a connection with someone that's an avoidant. You're an anxious person that didn't get the love and attention you needed somewhere in life. Now here it is. You're connecting to someone that's doing the same exact thing. And they're going to connive, and part of them is also like their ego is triggered. You got away from them. They didn't want to fix it. Now they're going to say that they could fix it, but they need too much healing. Wouldn't be able to fix it even if they tried, because their trying is not really going to be that great. So we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? I'm going to pull, we're going to pull six. And then we're also going to actually see just like, because like I said, I don't see this working out mainly because you don't want it to work out. There's too many unresolved, conflicts that this person avoided because they didn't really want to create the type of relationship. But what are they going to do now? Again, well, it's like they're going to try to come in and get romance for some of you. Again, that's what this person is sticking to that. It's so for some of you, and understand they know that they're going to have to put in a lot of effort, and so that's how they're going to come in. They're going to put in a lot of effort, but you're still unlikely to take this person back because you're going to look closer. You're going to look closer. And again, it's going to be look beyond the romance because this person's going to come in with love and romance and affection. But what you're going to see is like they're like again a non-conformist, that they're a lone wolf. So you're gonna move on. Again, this person's stubborn. They're not gonna let go that soon, because they don't want to deal with the justice. Again, it's like, and that's really what it is. They just don't want you moving on, is what I see. It's like you're gonna find your way. You're leaving. It's like you're not going to. This connection helped you transform. So even if you wanted to go back, you can't because you don't see this person the same way. You transformed. You transformed that because this person is negative. And whatever that negative was, which was inside of you, got transmuted. And I feel like because, you put your energy into somewhere else. Like this person didn't expect you to do that. They thought you were going to fight for the connection. They thought that they played so many games. They were really childish. So after all that, even though there was a strong connection at one point, you don't have the chemistry for them anymore. See, they were still thinking, oh, we still have this chemistry. They were deluded. They thought that they could do whatever that they wanted to do and you were still going to have the feeling. No, what they did was they pushed you right into your own freaking trauma, okay? Because again, they belittled you and like made you feel unworthy, made you feel like you were asking for too much, it pushed you right into your trauma, pushed you into disassociated from them because of the neglect. You're like, you gave nothing. And you got tired of being angry and frustrated in the connection, so you cleared it, which you always had the power to do. That's pretty much you connected to this person because you had trauma. You grew up with someone that belittled you. It's like they neglected you to the point that it was traumatizing because a mother and a father are supposed to nurture their children. They're supposed to love their children. You were neglected. You were again belittled, meaning psychologically and emotionally abused. That trauma created the detachment. This again, and so where life as a child was frustrating because when you're surrounded by people that are negative, that keep you in a place of fear, you can't create your life. You're so overstimulated. You can't create the life that you want to experience. You're going to create more trauma for yourself. So, you always had the power to clear it. So I feel like you're someone that was an unhealed healer for a long time. And then what happened is it's like this person actually pushed you into fully healing yourself because it brought you back to that energy, that trauma. It awakened that. You're like, I don't want to be like detached. Sometimes this person's detached from me. They don't emotionally don't give anything. It's again, and I'm going to say something, they're going to twist it around, make me feel as if I'm asking for too much. It's again, that's what this person thought because, hey, that's what worked in the past for them. So Spirit says, no, now it's time to transmute the energy. Listen to the whispers of your soul. Just align your actions with your values because you want to attract a person, people and situations and experiences that are ethical. This person actually isn't, and that's what you know. And so Spirit says, oh, okay, like this card doesn't belong in this way, but again, this person's still insisting that they're going to find their way back to you. Like I said, and I feel like they don't want to lose, and that was, you know, because they're really a lone wolf, but they're still going to insist. Spirit says, you just be on your own path, create your own way. It's like it may not seem like you're on the right path because you attracted that person, but there's always going to be tests. Hey, there's a test to be with this person or go into the unknown. It would be better to go into the unknown. But if you're not strong within yourself, this person could have tricked you. This person could have done that. You didn't allow it. Spirit says, no, now it's time to, like, again, it was time to transform that energy. And Spirit says, ironically, you got these two energies, which is time for rest. Spirit says, first of all, connect to a safe and sacred place within yourself, retreat and rejuvenate because this person doesn't have good intentions. And you might find that you're around people that don't. And Spirit says, you're transforming, whether these people want to or not, whether this person wants you to or not, it doesn't matter. You're transforming. So take time out. It's again, create the inner sanctuary for yourself, connect to a safe and sacred place so that you can always go to somewhere to rest and rejuvenate. And Spirit says, and create and cleanse a tranquil area for your reflection time to say, hey, that like, why did all this happen to me? What do I really want to connect? with what do I really want to create for myself? Really, that's what Spirit's saying. It's like you transformed it because you chose not to be with this person, but fully transforming it is also about planning. Where Spirit's saying, what is the type of character traits that you want to attract? Because you have to become those things, that you want to attract. And that's financially like a stable, someone that, is emotionally intelligent, all those things you need to embody and that you're on your path. And so the path unfolds while you're on it. So you really have to have a very strong connection to spirit because only in the now do you get divine guidance. Spirit saying it's like, and that's why you're able to transform because you are connected to spirit and you are listening. And that again, the way is unfolding as you're on it, and people can see it. You can't see it, but people can see it. This person sees it. And that's why, again, hey, well, now I want to come back. And it's like, no. It's like spirit saying, this was all about you healing yourself, going through this experience to see what you're worth. Again, because, when you're attracted to people that treat you badly and act as if you're, they undervalue you. Well, that says more about them. The fact that they were able to make you feel that way and you were connected to them says something about you. So in this story, this was all about healing these old wounds and really coming to a place within your life saying, who do I want in my life? Who do I not? Where do I want to put my time, my energy, my focus, my money to create the life and the life experiences that I want to have? And to design your life exactly the way that you want because you're the alchemist of your life. So you turn the adversity into power, into truth, into all those higher levels of consciousness. Spirit leads off with one more, that this is the energy you're in creation. You have the power to direct your life, which is what I was just saying. With a constructive attitude, you create what is best for your soul. And that means people and situations that aren't really good for you, it's time to let those go. Firmly believe that you can transform and improve your inner and outer world by turning every thought into an affirmation and action, an affirmative action as well. Act in the image of God and bring light into your life. So the image of God is just through the energy of unconditional love because you don't have, control over who comes into your life. And there's going to be people that come into your life that have lower energies that try to trigger you. Just stay in a high vibration, stay in your light. It's again, and what'll happen is those energies will eventually fall away. You can't make a person change by saying change. So part of creating the change is just not feeding things that no longer serve you. Again, that's really how you transform because you're making room for the new that's supposed to come into your life. And there's always like a little bit of time between what you you know sow to what you reap. So like it doesn't happen right away is what I'm trying to say. So you have to stand in your light at that time and have faith because the divine is working, is for your betterment, and understand timing is essence. So maybe seeing the downfall of certain people or you differently allows you to manifest even better or hold on to what it is that you're trying to like again manifest because you're at a high vibration that no one could again influence you, no one can make you feel bad. Remember, people don't need to actually just come into your life to stop you from manifesting. They could just be continuously wishing you bad, and when a person continually wishes you bad, understand it does a lot more damage to them than it does to you, especially if you raise your vibration and you're in the energy of love and you're creating, then again, then you're divinely protected. And that's what why, it's discerning for a lot of people because they're like, I don't understand how that is. And it's because you're powered by the divine. It's, again, we all have that power, but Spirit's saying, take the time out to connect with me, to again rejuvenate, to heal, to get guidance. I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, did I pull from this? Yes, I did. I did pull. I pulled so fast that I was like, did I pull? Yeah, we pulled creation, but I'm like, did I need another one? No, just listen to life, Spirit says. Just pay attention to the signs and the symbols that are around you, that the universe is always supporting you, always protecting you, always guiding you, always bringing you everything that you need in the divine time. All right, I'm really going to go, Gemini. Tomorrow is your coaching day. I will be on at 4:30 and I will be doing a live stream as well. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Doing the live stream at around 8:30 at night though. Just want to put that out there. Bye-bye.